A fire took out the training building and the laboratory. 3 Ukrainian soldiers were killed. Fortunately, reports that the fire spread to the decommissioned nuclear fuel reactor have not been confirmed. The Russians took control of the power plant. No reactor has been damaged. There is no danger. The situation is very difficult. Only one of the 6 reactors is operational. The first was under audit. The second and third were temporarily shut down. The fourth was still running. The fifth and sixth were held in reserve and running on low energy mode. The president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, in response to the Russian shelling of the nuclear power plant in Zaporizhia, accused Moscow of resorting to nuclear terror. No country other than Russia has ever fired a nuclear power plant. This is the first time in our history, the first time in the history of mankind. This terrorist state is now resorting to nuclear terror. In the morning, Russian forces shelled one of the schools in Zhytomyr. There was a bomb or a rocket attack. It doesn't matter. An attack on school number 25. Half of the building is destroyed. Ukrainians continue to defend their country. The bombings in the northeast of Ukraine have intensified, and the Russians have managed to capture the nuclear power plant in Zaporizhia. Heavy fighting is also taking place in the Odessa region. The Russians are continuing airstrikes on Ukrainian cities and are carrying out offensive operations with the use of Navy units. Russian troops have still not captured Kiev. We will not give up even if the Russians surround the city. If they start a blockade of Kiev, they will end up like the Nazis besieging Leningrad in World War II. They will not break us, and they will leave in disgrace as criminals. That's what Volodymyr Zelensky said to me tonight. According to Vladimir Putin's narrative, the so-called special military operation is proceeding as planned. I will never give up the conviction that Russians and Ukrainians are one nation. Dear comrades, the operation of the special forces is proceeding according to schedule. All scheduled tasks are being successfully completed. Putin's lies have nothing to do with reality. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine said that Russia has lost around 9,000 people since the invasion began, 250 tanks and 939 armored combat vehicles. Ukraine is resisting the military attacks perfectly, stresses former Defense Minister Romuald Shcheremetev. The Ukrainian side uses rationality and the Russian side does not. From our point of view, they may seem crazy, but not from their point of view. Yesterday, the second round of Russian-Ukrainian negotiations took place. There was no breakthrough, but an agreement was reached to provide humanitarian corridors for the civilian population. The parties reached an agreement on the supply of drugs and food products to places where the most severe fighting is taking place, along with the possibility of temporarily ceasing fire while evacuation is being carried out in sectors where it is taking place. More negotiations are to take place soon. The Polish side provided assistance to the Ukrainian delegation in reaching the location.